Is your website helping or hurting your business? If it's outdated, slow, or difficult to navigate, it might be time to modernize it. In this video, I'll share 8 key signs that your website needs a redesign and how upgrading it can improve how people feel about and perceive your business. And ignoring these signs could affect your business's reputation and cost you clients. In this video, you're going to learn clear, observable signs that your website might be hurting your business instead of helping it, what a website refresh or redesign involves, and which redesign elements you should focus on first. Think of your website like a storefront. If the windows are dirty, the sign is faded, or the door is hard to open, people might think twice before walking in. The same is true for your website. It's the first thing potential clients interact with, and if it looks like your website is outdated, loads slowly, or is difficult to navigate, they'll likely turn away. And if you find yourself saying yuck every time you visit your own site, there's a good chance prospective clients are saying the same thing. So, what are the signs that your website might need a redesign? Let's break this down into some clear, observable indicators that can help you decide if it's time to give your site a refresh. Here are the 8 signs your website needs a redesign. First, the visual test. Do you cringe every time you look at your website? If you feel embarrassed or dissatisfied when you see your own website, that's a strong sign it needs to be modernized. Maybe the design looks outdated, or your visuals don't match your brand anymore, or maybe you can't quite put your finger on it, but you know your site just doesn't feel modern and professional. Updating the design to something more modern and aligned with your brand can make a big difference. Focus on using clean layouts, consistent branding, professional images, as well as refreshing your colors and fonts to make your site look polished and professional. Number 2, your website technology is holding you back. Even if your website seems to be working fine on the surface, outdated technology can cause hidden issues that slow you down or put your site at risk. Maybe your website is not compatible with new tools or plugins you want to add. Older technology can also make your site vulnerable to security threats. Hackers love targeting outdated systems. And as your business grows, you want a website that can grow with it. Modern technology ensures you can easily add new features without a major overhaul every time. The next sign is your site doesn't provide a top-notch mobile experience. Even today, it's amazing how many websites still don't provide a good mobile experience. If your site does not look or function well on mobile devices, you're losing visitors and potential customers. With more than half of all web traffic coming from mobile devices, providing a great mobile experience isn't just something nice to have, it's a requirement. Therefore, you want to implement a responsive design that adapts to any screen sign, ensuring that your website looks and works great across all devices. And don't just trust that your site's theme will do this automatically for you. With every site I've ever built, manual adjustments, sometimes taking many hours, were required to get the site to look and function just right on a mobile device. Next, your site takes too long to load. If your website takes too long to load, people will leave before they even get a chance to see what you have to offer. Page speed affects both user experience and conversion rates. Common solutions for speeding up a slow website include compressing and optimizing images, using modern, well-coded WordPress themes, implementing a caching plugin, and cleaning up any unnecessary plugins that could be slowing things down. I have an entire video addressing how to speed up your website, and the link to that video is in the description below. The next sign your site needs a redesign is your competitors' websites outshine yours. If you've noticed your competitors' websites are faster, look more modern, have better content, provide a better mobile experience, or just better overall than yours, maybe it's time to catch up. So if you feel your site is lagging behind your competitors, I'd get out a pencil and paper and start writing down where specifically you think they're doing a better job than you. Is it their design? Is it their functionality, their site's content, their offer? Then use their sites for inspiration to get on par with them, or preferably do even better than them. Another sign it might be time to update your site is you're struggling to update your website. If making simple updates to your website, like changing text or adding new images, videos, or blog posts, require technical help or it feels just too complicated, perhaps it's time to rethink your setup. A modern content management system like WordPress can make updating your site quick and easy, even if you're not tech savvy. Even though with a little training, WordPress is relatively user-friendly, we still have clients that prefer to have us manage their site for them because they're too busy running their business and they just don't have the time or desire to learn WordPress, and that's fine. However, if you're a do-it-yourselfer and you're willing to watch some tutorials to learn WordPress, you can totally do basic updates to your site on your own if you have a user-friendly website platform like WordPress. Another sign it's time for a site redesign is your website copy isn't compelling or persuasive. Even if your website looks good, if the content on your site does not connect with prospective clients and motivate them to take action, for example, like requesting a free consultation, your site's not doing its job. Therefore, you need to revise your copy to focus on benefits and clear calls to action. Start by understanding your audience's pain points and addressing them directly in your content while making sure your language remains conversational and client-focused. Remember, your website isn't there to just look pretty. It's there to generate leads for your business. And then sign number 8, your website is not generating sufficient leads or inquiries. If your website isn't bringing in new leads or inquiries, that's a big sign something's off. It could be the form you're using, it could be confusing site navigation, or any combination of the previous 7 signs I just outlined. But the numbers don't lie. If your site is not converting visitors into clients, or your conversions are down from what they used to be, it might be time for a site redesign. You might be wondering, are some of these redesign elements more important than others? Well, technically they're all important, but if I had to prioritize them, here's the order in which I'd focus my attention. Now, before I do that, I want to quickly mention our done-for-you website design and development services. If you want my team to upgrade and modernize your site and take that workload off your plate so you can boost your brand and get better results, we can help you do that. If you're interested, just click the link in the description below to book a free consultation and get in touch with us. So yes, when redesigning a site, everything matters. But if I had to rank these 8 signs your site needs to be modernized, here's how I'd prioritize things. At the top of the list would be visual appeal. First impressions are everything. If you cringe when you look at your website, chances are potential clients feel the same. A visually appealing site builds trust and credibility right out of the gate. Second, copywriting. Even the best design will not convert visitors without compelling, persuasive copy. Your message needs to clearly communicate the value you provide and guide visitors towards taking action. Number 3, mobile optimization. More than half of all web traffic comes from mobile devices. So if your site is not mobile friendly, you're turning away potential clients before they even have a chance to engage. 4, slow load times. If your website loads slowly, visitors will leave before they even see your content. Speeding up your website is one of the quickest ways to improve both user experience and conversions. 5, outdated technology. Even if your site looks good, old technology can cause security risks and limit your ability to integrate new tools and features. Number 6, ease of use. You should not need a degree in computer science to update your website. If making changes is too complicated, it's time to upgrade to a platform that's easier to manage. 7, competitive analysis. If your competitors' websites are modern, fast, and functional, you might be losing business to them without even realizing it. And last but not least, performance. In other words, lead generation. While this is important, addressing the first 7 elements will almost always improve your website's results. In other words, focusing on those areas first will naturally lead to better performance and more leads. So at this point, if it's looking like your website probably needs to be upgraded and modernized, a logical place to start is with your homepage. It's the first thing many visitors see when they land on your website, and getting your homepage right is a good start to making a strong first impression. And if you're interested, I've put together a step-by-step guide in my video, How to Design a Good Homepage for Your Website, that walks you through the process, and you can check that out right here.